Oh, hi there. I'm Bram Borger Johnson, or Bramnet of BBJ Publishing. You may know me for my Let's Playing series of Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, Explorers of Sky, or the Stanley Parable, or...
Yeah! Come on, break free, break free.
Well, anyway, I deeply apologize for the super long wait since our last video. Well, let me explain. I deeply apologize for the long wait since our last video. I've been, well, away at college, which I've now graduated. Like, woo. I had planned to post videos in the meantime, but the homework load got so intense that I just couldn't keep up and edit any longer, and at a certain point, I just couldn't do it. I still got videos in the background that are waiting to be edited and posted, and games that are still waiting to be finished, such as Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Sky post-game, which does still have story in it. I really hope to get to that because it's really cool. Or at least I remember that from my childhood. It's been too long. And Among the Sleep, which I'm still waiting to finish. And now, I didn't put this in the script, but let me show you guys. I have finally done using the 5-year-old, well, now it's 5-year-old's laptop that I have. And I got this beast of a machine that I built myself. This bad boy right here. When I built it, the GPU was basically brand new. It's a 1080 GTX. I've got a solid-state drive, about 1 terabyte in there. Recently installed that. A bunch of externals currently used. I can't see the camera because I have it on the wrong side. Should have planned ahead for that. So, luckily the whole frame rate issue won't be a problem when we record those eventually, but you'll still be seeing frame issues when I eventually get those posted, start getting those posted again. And also, a side note, this editing software that I used at the time is extremely outdated, and unfortunately, the format that I used is no longer compatible with the editing software that I currently use. So I'm gonna have to do some archival, okay, let's try and get the software to work again, to just get the project data out, like the introduction. So I'm going to eventually transition over to either a new editing software that is free, because there's a lot of those now, and I'm currently experimenting with some of them, or I'm probably going to switch over to Adobe Premiere, which I got at an extreme price cut while I was at college, and I still currently have access to it. I'm planning to still have access to it till February because I kept buying the annual pass. So, but after that, yeah, I have to go back to the full prices, which I can't really afford on my budget. But technical stuff aside, I've still got those waiting in the background, but both me and my brother, Rory, or Rory Boy 1102, or YY56, I don't know what he calls himself these days. On Twitch, he's Clairvoyant Sky. I have to ask him what username he wants me to use in the future. But he assists with the channel on occasion. And you've seen him in several videos if you've watched my content before. But we made an interesting arrangement with me. He made an interesting arrangement with me regarding a game that I've been pushing for him to complete for the last 2 or 3 years that I really enjoyed. So, Roar, why haven't you finished Undertale yet? Roar?
Hi. What?
Undertale.
What about Undertale?
Why haven't you finished it yet?
Because I'm sick and you're asking me to record this.
Yes, I am. Okay. Out of script for a second. Both of us have had a long day after I finished filming that beginning part and the part you're about to see me talking in front of the camera. Long story short, Rory is very tired right now, and I can't get him to do what I basically asked. I assumed I would be able to get him to do before going to bed. Long story short, he refuses to see the ending of the game unless I actually play it for the channel, in which he'll actually join us. Is that accurate, Roar?
Basically.
Thank you. That's all I wanted to get across. So, when is it going to come out? I'm not entirely sure yet. Currently, I'm in the planning stage. I'm planning to use pieces of the art book, the official art book of the collector's edition that I have on copy, which I purchased from Fangamer. It's a really nice book. Planning to use some of that for the video. Sorry, just looking over my script really fast. And to be clear, I have finished Undertale to completion, more or less, in at least 2 endings. I never finished Genocide. I tried. For those that have played the Genocide ending, I got stuck on the first of the 2 hardest bosses. I'm not a very good gamer. I enjoy playing games, I'm just not very good. Although I did watch a video, so I do know what happens. And the other 2 endings that I did play at a full completion. If you guys want to watch me and Rory try and get to the ending of all 3 endings, please let us know in the comments section below. If you guys say no, we're just gonna do the main and the pacifist, since you have to get through the main before you can get to pacifist. I want him to at least see pacifist because he screwed up several. I say screwed up. He just it's his opinion that the game's not well designed for getting pacifist. I liked it. I thought it was clear enough, but I had people assisting me at the time. Friends of mine I met online. In the meantime, however, before I graduated, I took one class in which I created content that I think you guys would be interested to see. I made some other stuff from other classes, but these were usually final projects that would be like a one-time thing. But one class I did take was Introduction to Podcasts, in which I was assigned to create at least 4 podcasts of a series. Now, I was given the freedom of choice of what to make these podcasts about, and I chose indie video games. So, starting tomorrow, for the next 4 weeks or so, I'll be posting these out. It took a bit of time to make a visual representation of what I'm saying, because this was originally intended only for audio purposes. Like, I edited it all in Audacity, and it's like super easy, super quick. I bought a mic for the class. It's a Samsung, what is this? Samsung Go mic. It was cheap, but it's surprisingly better quality than all the other mics I have in the household. So starting tomorrow, I'll be posting the first episode of that. That is on Hacknet, if you've played that game before. If you haven't, I'd highly recommend you watch it, because I really enjoyed that game. Played that in my free time. The very small amount of free time I had. Do keep in mind that this was originally intended for a podcast class, so it was, a class project that it was an introductory class. Like, I didn't have to do a lot of work. However, I did want to post it to YouTube at some point. So if you guys have any feedback, please let me know in the comment section below on the respective episode, or just in general. And of course, if you want to, hold on. And if you guys are pleased with the podcast overall, I would like to do more in the future. If you guys want me to do more, I'll try to do more. And I'm really, really like the format that I went with. There are 2 formats. There are 2 formats for the podcast. The first 3 episodes are going to be just me monologuing in front of the mic, usually with a script. I think the first one was without a script, which is why it feels a little weird. The other two are a little bit more formatted. The last one is completely unscripted, but it was with me and Roar, and that's just because the final project you had to make it special somehow, so I decided to just bring my brother on as a co-commentator for that episode, which was on... I'm not going to spoil it, guys, ahead of time. All four of the games that I covered, in my opinion, are gems in their own right, and I would recommend checking out each and every one of them on their own time. And now I'm rambling off script again. Hold on, where was I? In any case, I'm hopeful there won't be any more dry spells for the near future, or heck, the future in general. I like posting stuff to you guys. I seriously do. I just find myself suddenly without time in my life, and I'm like, why life? Why did I sign up for these things? Usually for money these days. Because I need to live. But I recently discovered, or more like rediscovered and now fully appreciate, Twitter. So keep an eye out on my Twitter for any and all future updates going forward. There's a link to my Twitter in the comment section below. In the description below. And for those that are watching off the TV or some kind of device where you can't view the description, I'm annoyed by it too. It's at BRAMNETEXCITE. And that's simply because apparently Bramnet was already taken. So if you do at Bramnet, you are not reaching me. I don't know who you're breaching. I don't know who you're breaching. I don't know who you're reaching, but it's definitely not me. So keep an eye on my Twitter for any and all future updates. Also keep in mind that I partake in several things that go on. Like if you just see me just shit post stuff, that's likely another person I followed also doing the same shit post. I reblog. I used to do Tumblr. I retweet stuff all the time from other people that I follow, especially Proton John, who has a pretty active Twitter, and Sugarcon right into Capri-Sun. A lot of people on YouTube that I follow. So just keep that in mind. I'll try to keep mine active, but I'm terrible with stuff like that, so hopefully it'll do better than the blog, which is currently dead, as well as the website. Feel free to tweet me with any questions. I get notified about those, so that not only gives me a chance to go, hey, here's the answer to your question, as well as, oh, I'm on Twitter anyway, I might as well check out what's going on. And of course, remember that I had to tweet about something. I'll tweet out every video that's uploaded, including this one, if you noticed it on Twitter first. I think that's just about it. Thank you guys so much for watching this far into this longer than I anticipated it being updates video. And I hope to see you guys tomorrow for the first episode of the Indie Showcase podcast. Laters. So, Roar, why haven't you finished Undertale?
Because you.
And that's going in bloopers.